Hello everyone, this is Karen.
Hey everybody, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of our story called Charles. And the vocabulary words are innocent.
Innocent.
Jay was just an innocent child who had yet to experience life's challenges.
Transform.
Transform.
When the workers were finished, Ed's basement was transformed into a beautiful home theater.
Wow. Boast.
Boast.
The taxi driver boasted that his car was the cleanest in the city.
Suppose.
Suppose.
I suppose it's possible that the concert will sell out, but it's not likely.
Bounce.
Bounce.
Gordon bounced the basketball right through the other player's legs. So we're talking about Charles.
Yeah, so it's a story about a boy named Charles, right?
That's right, but it doesn't start this way, though.
It doesn't start this way. It first starts with a boy named Laurie.
That's right.
And Laurie, I guess, was a good boy until he started kindergarten.
But,
Maybe?
well, yeah, I think his mom thought he was this, innocent, sweet boy.
Yeah.
But things started to change after he started kindergarten, right?
That's right.
Like the first day he went and then he came home and then he was not very nice.
He's pretty naughty. He spilled his sister's milk.
That's right. And then he was telling mom about school. He's like, I learned nothing at school.
Or nothing.
And then not being very nice, right?
Yeah. And then he goes on to tell his mother about a boy named Charles. He's
Like
a really
naughty boy.
naughty boy who hits the teacher.
That's right.
And he even made a little girl bleed by hitting her in the head with the seesaw.
I know.
Bah!
And then I think Charles gets punished by doing all those, bad things to the friends.
He should.
Yeah,
right?
well, are they going to become friends?
Maybe, I don't know, but they both sound pretty naughty. But Charles sounds especially naughty.
That's right.
All right, let's learn more about Charles.
All right.
Charles. The day young Laurie started kindergarten was the day everything changed. His mother saw her sweet, innocent son transform into a defiant boy she barely recognized. He didn't even wave goodbye to her when he left for school.
The name of today's lesson is Charles. Charles, that's it. That's the name of our lesson. Yes, today's lesson is called Charles, Part 1. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
Okay, and I'm Mike.
Charles.
And it's not about Prince Charles.
It's not about Charles in charge.
Not Charles in charge, not Charles Brown, Charlie Brown.
Nope.
From the famous Peanuts Snoopy cartoon. No, it's just Charles. So we assume this is a name of a character in the story. We don't know much more, so let's get started and read more about Charles.
There you go. The day young Laurie started.
You mean?
No. The day young Laurie, not Charles, the day young Laurie started kindergarten was the day everything changed. Charles.
All right. Everything changed the day young Laurie started kindergarten. So this is a young kid, young boy named Laurie, and he went off to kindergarten as kids do around the age of 5, 6, something like that. His mother saw her sweet, innocent son transform into a defiant boy she barely recognized. Ooh, wow, this is a little sinister, a little scary, a little frightening. This sweet, innocent son, this sweet, innocent boy, Laurie, transformed into a defiant boy she barely recognized. So we'll talk about transforming and stuff like that. But first, let's look at this word innocent.
If you are innocent, you haven't done anything wrong. You're not guilty of anything. And usually, children are innocent. They're young. They've not done anything. They haven't done anything wrong. They don't even know what wrong is. They don't know right from wrong in some situations. So you say that they are innocent. That boy, he's not capable of doing anything wrong. Look how innocent he is. He could never do anything bad. Anyways, here we do have the word innocent. It is an adjective. For example, Jay was just an innocent child who had yet to experience life's challenges. Yeah, he didn't know how tough life can be because he's so innocent.
Yeah, they're not wise. They're kind of new to the world. That's why, for example, kids would believe in Santa Claus or something like that. They would believe that this man travels around at Christmas, and they might not know the truth of Santa Claus because they're innocent. They believe stuff like that. They're not wise to the ways of the world. But Lori, who was innocent before going off to kindergarten, transformed into a defiant boy, the kind of kid who wasn't innocent, who was always breaking the rules or not listening to his parents and teachers. He was kind of a bad kid, whereas before he'd been a good kid. He transformed. To transform is to change. Often over some time goes by as you change slowly, as teenagers, kids go through their teenage years. They transform both physically and in other ways from children into adults. We can also talk about insects that might transform from a little worm or something like that into a beautiful butterfly. They change in some major, big, noticeable way. That's the kind of change we're talking about here. When the workers were finished, Ed's basement was transformed into a beautiful home theater.
Anyways, we've got a sullen young man now. He has transformed from an innocent kid to a defiant young boy. Get this, he didn't even wave goodbye to her, his mother, when he left for school. Anyways, is this Charles? We'll find out right after a break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次要读的故事叫做 Charles 查尔斯。那故事一开始介绍的角色并不是 Charles， 而是 Lori。这个年幼的 Lori， 她开始上幼稚园的那一天啊，一切都变了。妈妈就看着这个可爱天真的儿子变成一个经常反抗的男孩。老师们用到2个形容词来描述这个叛逆男孩，一个是 sinister。S-I-N-I-S-T-E-R Sinister 表示邪恶的或是阴险的，还有 sullen S-U-L-L-E-N Sullen 是形容阴沉的、愠怒的或是绷着脸闷闷不乐的。好，那这边还有用到2个单字 innocent 它是形容天真的或是清白的。那么 transform 这个动词它有转换啊、改变或是使什么改观的意思。Mike 老师说到 transform 通常它是指有显著的改变，这时候老师用到 noticeable 这个字，就是 notice 加上 able noticeable 表示值得注意的或是显著的。刚刚说到妈妈看到可爱天真的儿子变成怎么样，好，这时候课文它是用 see 来当感官动词，表达看见、看到。那我们就是来学习这个感官动词的用法。感官动词是指看、听、闻、感觉之类的动词，像是 watch、see、look at、listen to、hear 或是 feel 等等，用来表达透过感官所观察到的周遭人事物。那么以下介绍3种用法。第一种是感官动词加受词加原形动词，这个句型是强调观察到过程或事实，就像文中的用法。例如 We watched them play soccer 我们看着他们踢足球。第2个用法，感官动词加受词加现在分词，那这是强调动作正在进行，像是 She heard someone talking downstairs 她听到楼下有人正在讲话。第3个用法是感官动词加受词加过去分词，那这是表达受词的被动状态，像是I saw a cat stuck in a tree 就表示我看到一只猫被困在树上。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
Charles. After Lori got home, the family had lunch together. Lori spilled his baby sister's milk and then boasted that he had learned nothing at school. Speaking with his mouth full of food, he brought up one of his classmates, a naughty boy called Charles, whom the teacher punished for being fresh.
Okay, after Lori got home, the family had lunch together. So Lori, it's not Charles yet, but we still have Lori. And apparently Lori is up to no good.
That's right. Lori was this nice, sweet boy, but then when he went off to school, he changed into a kind of a mean, rotten little kid. And here's an example during their normal family lunch, we read, Laurie spilled his baby sister's milk, knocked the milk over all over the table, dripping on the floor. Not a nice thing to do. Laurie spilled his baby sister's milk and then boasted that he had learned nothing at school. Guess what I learned at school today, Mommy? Nothing.
Why would you boast?
Knocking the milk over.
Why would you boast about that? I learned nothing. I'm awesome, everybody. I learned nothing today at school. I am so great. By the way, if you do talk about yourself in that way, you are boasting. You're bragging. Everybody, look at me. I'm so awesome. I'm the best person in the world. Yes, if you're doing that, you're boasting. But usually you boast about the good things that you've done. I mean, you might be inflating them. You might be making them sound better than they actually are. You might be showing off, but usually, again, you boast about good things and not bad things like learning nothing at school. Ooh. Anyways, for example, the taxi driver boasted that his car was the cleanest in the city. There you go. That's something to brag about, something to boast about.
Okay, all right, yeah, so he's kind of showing off that he's a bad student and he didn't learn anything. That's not something a nice kid might do. And it says, speaking with his mouth full of food, he brought up one of his classmates, a naughty boy called Charles, whom the teacher punished for being fresh. So he's talking about one of his new friends, one of his new classmates. This is a kid called Charles, and he's a naughty boy. He's a bad boy, the kind of kid who gets in trouble. It seems that that day at school, the kid, Charles, got in trouble, was punished by the teacher for being fresh. This is another way of saying he was rude to the teacher. He might have called her a bad word or, insulted her in some kind of way. Again, not the kind of thing that a nice kid, especially a nice kid in kindergarten, would be doing.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
好 ，Laurie 一上幼稚园就变了。那像有一天呢，他们家在吃午餐的时候，他竟然把妹妹的牛奶洒出来，然后还在那边吹嘘自夸说他在学校什么都没学到。那刚刚 Jeff 老师说 Laurie is up to no good。那么片语 up to 在口语中可以表达说正忙着做什么，常常用来指暗中在做坏事。那么 up to no good 就表示在忙着做坏事，图谋不轨或是动歪脑筋。好，再来看单字 boast。boast 它表示吹嘘、自夸，或者是表达拥有某个值得自豪的东西。Jeff 老师在解释单字时用到一个意思相近的字是 brag。brag 它表示吹嘘自夸。好，那通常我们在自夸的时候都是在讲自己有多厉害嘛。老师用到形容词 awesome。awesome 就可以形容令人赞叹的、非常棒的。好，那我们再来看到 Laurie 他聊到一位班上同学 Charles， 他是个调皮男孩。我们赶快回到课文看看他有多调皮。
Charles. The next day, Laurie shared more stories of Charles's shenanigans. This time, he had hit the teacher.
Good heavens,
Cried his mother.
I suppose he got spanked again?
Laurie replied that he did. His mom wondered why Charles would do such a thing. Because she tried to make him color with red crayons, he answered. Charles wanted to color with green crayons. To punish Charles, the teacher ordered the rest of the class not to play with him, but they did anyway. On the third day, Charles decided it was a good idea to bounce a seesaw on top of a girl's head, which made her bleed. Because of this, he had to stay inside during recess.
Now, a brief note, Laurie is normally a girl's name, but here it's being used as a boy's name. Charles has not made his debut yet, but we know that apparently Charles is affecting the young man Laurie at school. Yeah, get this. The next day, Laurie shared more stories of Charles's shenanigans. Well, the next day, Laurie had even more on this person, Charles. Now, apparently Laurie's mother, though, is not into this at all. Good heavens! Cried his mother after she learned that apparently Charles had assaulted the teacher. Let's go back and read that sentence there. This time, we're talking about the shenanigans again. This time, he had hit the teacher. And yes, as a father, if I heard this, I would also say, good heavens.
Yeah, shenanigans are normally sort of naughty tricks or, fun, slightly naughty stuff that you might get up to. Kids passing notes or shooting elastic bands at each other or something like that. But hitting a teacher, that's not really a shenanigan. That's the kind of thing that you could get kicked out of school for. And of course, that's why Lori's mother is shocked to hear that Charles hit the teacher. That's a serious thing. Good heavens, oh my gosh, no way! That's the kind of thing you might say when you're surprised, and maybe not in such a good way. All right, so let's find out what happens next. I suppose he got spanked again? The mother asked, after saying, good heavens, no way, he hit the teacher? And then the mother kind of guesses what would happen in a normal school. I suppose he, Charles, got spanked again. This is what she's guessing. This is what she's supposing. When you suppose something, yeah, it's basically like a guess, but you're basing it on your own experience, your own knowledge. You're not just sort of picking out something out of the air. You're kind of saying, well, I would think that in my experience, when this happened before, I suppose this is my best guess based on what I know. For example, I suppose it's possible that the concert will sell out, but it's not likely. This band is popular, but they were more popular 10 years ago. It probably won't sell out. So the mother, when she hears that Charles hit the teacher, she thinks that Charles got punished by being spanked, by being hit on the bum or, something like that. That's how they used to punish kids in the past more frequently. So that's what she guessed. He hit the teacher, he must have gotten smacked too.
I suppose that's what happened. Yeah, that seems like a natural thing to happen,
I guess.
back then. Okay, I suppose he got spanked again, and Lori replied that he did. Charles once again did get spanked at school there. What a naughty, naughty boy. Anyways, moving on. His mom wondered why Charles would do such a thing. Why is he such a bad boy? Because she tried to make him color with red crayons, he answered. So this is why Charles is being such a bad boy, because the teacher is trying to make him color with red crayons? How interesting and how weird as well. Apparently Charles hit the teacher because of red crayons.
He wanted to use the red crayons.
No, Charles wanted to color with green crayons, but the teacher said, you color with those red crayons.
So he was told to use a different color, and that made him so mad he hit the teacher. That is not normal. To punish Charles, it says the teacher ordered the rest of the class not to play with him. But they did anyway. Oh, so this was the punishment. Maybe he didn't get spanked, or maybe in addition, the teacher said, right, Charles, you've been so bad that none of the other kids can play with you all day. You'll be bored, you'll feel lonely, whatever. But the kids, they still played with Charles. Sounds like Charles is really having a bad influence on all the kids in the class.
Oh, yeah, and get this, there's more.
There's more?
On the third day, the third day of school here, Charles decided it was a good idea to bounce a seesaw on top of a girl's head, which made her bleed. Yes,
well, that's not funny.
The seesaw, that's the toy. Two kids might get on either side, and they go up and down. And he thought, okay, I'm going to use the seesaw to hit this girl. I'm going to bounce it off her head. By the way, balls bounce like a basketball. Boink, 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 goes up and down. Okay, you hit her off the ground and it comes back up. Great, that's what bouncing is all about. This girl's head, though, it's not a ball. You can't treat it like a ball. You can't bounce a seesaw. You can't bounce a seesaw on top of her head.
It's made of like wood or steel or something.
Oh, yeah, it's going to hurt her a lot. It might even make her bleed, which it did. For example, Gordon bounced the basketball right through the other player's legs. There you go. By the way, here the word bounce is being used as a verb.
Wow, that is a dangerous thing. So Charles actually hurt this girl, made her bleed. She obviously had to go see the school nurse and, get a bandage on it, or so. Lucky she didn't have to go to the hospital. But anyways, so after doing this, it says because of this, he had to stay inside during recess. So this was his punishment for almost putting this girl in hospital. He has to stay inside during recess, that time in the day when the kids can go outside to play in the playground on the swings and seesaw. Well, Charles was sitting in the classroom at his desk, probably doing nothing. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today, but we'll be finding out more about Lori and Charles in our story, Charles, when we see you guys back here tomorrow. But until then, don't bounce seesaws.
Don't do it.
好，我们故事标题写的这一位 Charles， 他还没有登场。不过依照 Lori 的说法 ，Charles 应该是个调皮男孩。那刚刚 Jeff 老师用到 debut 这个字 ，debut，debut 它表示初登场、首次亮相，是个名词。那么 make one's debut 就可以表达说某人或某事物初次亮相。那么 Lori 在接下来几天呢，都跟家人分享很多 Charles 恶作剧的故事。Charles 因为老师逼他用红色蜡笔，就打老师甚至还用跷跷板弹到一个女孩子的头，害人家流血。老师当然有惩罚他咯。那我们知道 punish 这个动词，它有惩罚、处罚的意思。它的名词是在后面加上 ment，punishment 就是惩罚、处罚、刑罚。Mike 老师谈到说，以前老师惩罚学生可能都是用打屁屁的方式，老师用到动词 smack，S-M-A-C-K，smack 它表示用力的打、甩打、啪一声的打。那我们再来看课文单字 suppose 这个动词它表示猜想、假定或是认为。那么 bounce 这个动词则表示使什么弹跳、弹起来的意思。刚刚说到老师逼查尔斯 Charles 用这个红色蜡笔，那课文是用 make 来表达出强迫的语义，我们就来学习 make 加受词加原形动词的不同意思。好，第一个 make 可以当实义动词来表达迫使、要求，那么 make 加受词加原形动词就表示迫使什么、要什么什么来做某事，它的受词补语是要用原形动词哦。例如The teacher made her stay after school. 老师要她放学后留下来。好，那第二种用法 make 可以表达使得、致使或是让。make 加受词加原形动词是表达使得什么做某事，致使什么什么做某事，它不带有强迫的意思。例如 This song makes me want to dance. 这首歌让我想跳舞。好，那么以上这些讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Hello everybody， 欢迎来到一混淆字大解析，我是 Holly。
Welcome everybody, I am Shane.
今天的主题是完成，我们有3个单字，到底哪里不一样呢？
好，是有一点点 confusing 哦。accomplish, complete, finish.
Accomplish 中文的意思是达成，那这个 accomplish 跟其他2个差在哪里？
其实我这个 accomplish 好像你做完了，你就是会有成就感。
OK， 所以重点是那个 sense of achievement。
对 ，For example, you can say, although his career was short, he accomplished a lot.
虽然他的职涯非常短，但他完成了很多事。
所以他一定是有成就感。
没错。
然后别人看他会觉得哇，你好厉害。
Yeah.
The second one is complete.
所以这个的中文它意思就是全部完成，一件事情全部完成。
对，只是感觉就是真的是一件，不一定要很大，可是这个就是需要时间。所以那个是个 say after weeks of effort, he finally completed his report.
OK， 所以经过几周的努力之后，他终于完成了他的报告。
所以他是每天去上课，然后就是do his homework, and finally he completed the report.
OK， 所以其实是非常努力花心思去做一件事情完成的。
So, and the last one is finish.
OK， 这个感觉就是比较小的事情结束或完成。
So for example, I only have 2 hours left, to finish my homework.
OK， 我只剩下2个小时可以完成我的作业。
对啊，所以有可能这个 homework 就是你要写你的 report。所以今天 I'm finished with my homework, but I haven't completed my report.
有可能你今天做完你的作业了，可是你整份报告还没有做完，你今天的作业只是报告的其中一小部分。
我觉得我们解释的还不错。I feel like we really accomplished something.
We did, didn't we?
We've finished this part, but we have not completed it.
We have not completed the
You know
lesson.
what else do we need to do?
We have to go to live action.
Have you finished preparing for the air guitar competition yet?
I've finished for today, but my training is not yet complete.
Can I see a bit of what you can do?
Oh yeah!
Are you finished?
Yeah, sorry. I get really into it sometimes.
I can see that. Have you ever competed in any air guitar competitions before?
Yes, I've received first place 3 years in a row.
Wow, so you've already accomplished a lot.
I'm still not satisfied. I want to be the best in the world.
Once you've completed your training, can you teach me a little?
Sure, I'd be happy to. When do you finish work next Friday? I can show you some moves then.
Cool, thanks. I get off work at 6.
It's a date. Yeah.
Cut.